Now, if you were selling Avon or candy bars or something like that, that's a little bit different. But you just want people to straight up donate to you because you lonely? Like, no, ma'am. That has to come out of your own pocket. That's extracurricular, honey. Welcome to La Vida Rosa. I'm your host, Pinky, and today we're going to be talking about starting a GoFundMe for a matchmaker. So if you'd like to see more, then just stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this video. I just so happened to be scrolling social media, and I came across this video of this young lady named Winnie Parker. This is not my first time seeing her. I've never followed her, but I remember her going viral a few months ago because she was talking about how she'd rather have a white audience than a black audience because they're more supportive.
It is better to have a following over a black follower.
I don't know what she was trying to say, but really she was just mad that she didn't get engagement on an ad that she put out, but it turned out the ad wasn't engaging, like it wasn't giving. And honestly, when you post ads, it doesn't get as many views as your regular content anyway, so I don't know why she took that out on all black people, especially black women. But I heard of her before that. Usually when I see her on my timeline, it's because she had a bad experience with a hairstylist or a bad experience on a date. Like, usually it's something negative. Usually it's something that she's been a little bit tone deaf about as well. It's like she doesn't really know how to read the room from what I can see from my limited knowledge of her. So when I was randomly scrolling and I happened to see that the blogs picked up something else that she had done, it was like, okay, let me stop and let's blind react to this. I do know that she was asking for money. She wants people to donate to her because she wants a matchmaker. And I'm just like, oh, that's so cringe. I know this video is going to be a little cringe. But without further ado, let's just get into it.
I am a 30-year-old single mom, and I'm still looking for my soulmate. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I have been through hell and back with dating. And I'm so tired of using the dating apps. I'm so tired of doing the same thing and being let down and being disappointed. And so I thought long and hard about this.
Okay, first things first, that is not a unique experience. When I hear about dating experiences these days, they are tragic. Like, they're almost always negative. Like, the people that I know that are in relationships personally, they seem happy. But outside of that, people that are just dating, it seems like there's no prospects out there. It seems like the men are just very entitled or very heavily influenced by the Kevin Samuels of the world. It's like they want to enforce the traditional gender roles and, you know, the patriarchy where the man is the head of the household and you have to do what I say and all that. But then they want to go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't want to y'all just want to uphold the parts that benefit you. You don't want to uphold it in its entirety. I'm a little worried about my single friends because I know they want partnership, but they just don't seem like they have anything to choose from these days. With that being said, I could totally understand her wanting to get a matchmaker because maybe you will find people that are a little bit more serious and that actually want to settle down and be in a relationship, and that way you could tell the matchmaker exactly what you want, narrow it down, and, you know, go from there. But not if it's on my dime.
Because I literally live in the worst city for dating statistically.
Wait, what city does she live in? Let me see if I can find the answer to that real quick. Atlanta, Georgia. Girl, you in the wrong place, honey. Now, I heard that's the worst place to date. Out of them all, the absolute worst. That's the home of the scammer. Not gonna lie, it also makes sense why she's asking for this money, by the way.
And I feel like a matchmaker will be able to weed out the men that are not serious, weed out the men that are not financially stable, and allow the men that are serious.
See, the thing is, you want a man that's financially stable, but then you don't even make enough money on your own to hire a matchmaker. That's not adding up, Winnie. And I can understand why you are having trouble finding someone, because it seems like you need to get your affairs in order first. How do you want somebody that's financially stable and you're not?
Looking for the love of their lives in a long-term relationship and bring them to the forefront. And that's exactly what I need. Now, the only thing that's getting in my way is that hiring a matchmaker is actually extremely expensive. I am a single mom, so unfortunately I can't go spend all my money on that. And that's why I have...
Sounds like that needs to be your focus. I'm sorry, like, does she not see the irony of what she's saying? If spending money on a matchmaker is going to take away from your child, then you need to be focused on the child so that you can be prepared to have a partner.
I have created a GoFundMe account. I did link it in my bio. I've never done this before. I've never asked people for money on the internet. I'm extremely nervous.
And this is the way you choose to do it. I'm sorry. GoFundMe should be... GoFundMe, that's for when you having an emergency. That's for if you have a freak accident and you have hospital bills that you can't take care of. That's for if you have to bury a relative, so you're raising money for it. That's for devastating things that happen. That's for when you're on your last leg, especially in this economy. Because in essence, you're asking people to give you their hard-earned money because your dating life isn't going right.
Or I've never asked people for money on the internet. I'm extremely
Going
nervous,
outside.
but it's just something that I am very passionate about and that I really believe in. I really think that it could really help me find the love of my life. And so I think that, you know, it could possibly work. So if that's something that you're able to do, I really appreciate it. If you're not able to donate, then just liking the video, just sharing the video, commenting on the video will help boost the video and get it to people that may be able to help me out and donate. But yeah, I'm tired of doing the same thing. I'm tired of doing the same thing.
You're tired of doing the same thing. Have you tried working on yourself? Have you tried therapy? Have you tried focusing on yourself and fixing what's going on up here so that you can possibly make different decisions moving forward? Because who's to say the reason why you can't find someone is because there's a lesson that you need to learn first. Because if you don't, when you meet the right person, you might scare them off or you might run them off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you have to be 100% perfect or 100% healed before you meet a partner. But it could be the reason why you're attracting the wrong type of man or you're choosing the wrong type of man.
I can't wait to possibly, hopefully meet this goal and share that experience with you. So, okay. Love you. Bye.
It comes off so desperate because you're literally crowdfunding for a matchmaker. Is it that serious? Is it that deep? She actually took this video down. I think she took down the GoFundMe as well, but someone screenshot that she had raised $100 out of the $3,000 that she was asking for. If she were to do this on her own and start a series and record herself going to the matchmaker and going through the entire process, I think this would not have made waves at all. I think that's something that a lot of single women would love to do, is go to a matchmaker so that they can meet someone that is actually worth dating and worth their time and, you know, for a better opportunity to get married. But it's just the fact that you're trying to do it on somebody else's dime. That has to come out of your own pocket. That's extracurricular, honey. Now, if you were selling Avon or candy bars or something like that, that's a little bit different. But you just want people to straight up donate to you because you lonely? Like, no ma'am, that is not how that works. Oh my goodness, that was so embarrassing and cringy. I almost couldn't make it through the video. So there was a content creator named Dana Dane who responded to Winnie Parker, basically echoing a lot of the same sentiments that the audience had. Like, girl, you have to spend your own money on this. It comes off as very desperate, and plus you're a single mom, like your priorities are out of whack. And this is her response video.
I'm not desperate for a man. I'm really not. If I was, I would be booed up right now. Trust me.
You might not be desperate for just any old man, but it sounds like you're looking for a man that can come in and take care of you. You're desperate for that kind of man. You sound like you would fall for the same tricks Risa Tisa fell for. That's the way it came off. That's the energy you was giving off. A legion could come in your life tomorrow and you would be moved in. That's exactly how you sound.
If you follow me, you know that my dating experiences have been absolutely crazy and terrible. And there are people, believe it or not, I don't think you are, Dandia, Datey, whatever the your name is. There are people that are invested in my love life. You may not be, a lot of people aren't, but there are people that are invested in my love life. So the goal of that was to, hey, let's, maybe people will help. And then I can also document the journey.
I feel like that's the whole point of being a content creator, is the way that people put money in your pocket. The way people support you is by watching your content, liking, sharing. And yes, there are those people out there that will donate to your Cash App or donate directly to you. Obviously, as a content creator, I appreciate that as well, but I don't expect it. And I'm definitely not going to get online and ask for people to donate to a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that is where you're kind of missing the point. In order to get your content or return on, I guess your investment of a matchmaker, once you get the money to do it, make it into a series, film all of it. And that way the people that follow you and are following your dating journey, they'll get it that way. But getting online, begging and panhandling, yeah, that's a lot different than just giving your audience content.
With that being said, I do understand where people are thinking like, that's crazy, absolutely insane, at the fact that she's asking for funds. I get that, because there's things that are happening in the world right now. There's bigger issues that we need to fry. Okay, obviously. So I did delete the video. Oh, I didn't delete it. I just privated it.
Because you was embarrassed and because you didn't get the response you was looking for. Regardless of how people felt, if everybody in the comments was roasting you and that GoFundMe was still filling up, you would have left the video up. But you wasn't getting the response you was looking for. You was getting drugged. People were making all kind of stitches. And that is why.
I am going to just try to save the money myself, basically. So, I mean, if you guys see more of me doing more brand deals, or you guys see me promoting things on TikTok Shop,
Yes. That should have been the first, that should have been plan A. I mean, you should have never got to GoFundMe, to be honest. But that should definitely be plan A, especially as a content creator. And you have, let me see. She has 124,000 followers on TikTok. Come on now, you can get brand deals. And if you didn't have that tantrum that you had a few months ago, you probably would have better engagement than you do right now. Because you probably had people that unfollowed you from that, especially Black women who felt offended. You have to be very careful when you're being this controversial. You get online and you have these controversial takes, because it can tank your following that you built.
I am going to take down the link. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it back up. If you
just keep it down.
Feel like, if you want to help, that's fine. But I'm going to just be saving the money and doing some extra things on the side so that I could possibly afford a matchmaker. But I will not be embarrassed for wanting a companion. Like, I'm not going to be embarrassed for going after what I want and looking.
It's not about you wanting love. It's about how you went about it. That's why people are calling it desperate, because most people are not going to get online begging people for money so they can have a matchmaker so they can find love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you should go on Love is Blind. Maybe you should go on one of these dating shows, Ready to Love. That's the only way you'll be able to get any sort of like matchmaking that someone else will supply. Other than that, yeah, you need to do some extra stuff on the side. Like you said, clearly you're not financially stable enough to be doing something like that, yet asking for a financially stable man. It's just not adding up. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? I'd love to hear your opinion. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.